The Shaw Brothers hate base. Oh my god, where do I even begin? People act like these legendary filmmakers somehow stole everything from Warner Brothers. They actually claim the Shaw Brothers ripped off Warner Brothers. No. Just no. The Shaw Brothers pioneered martial arts cinema, built an empire in Hong Kong, and created some of the most iconic action films of all time, and yet somehow the internet decides to slap a rip-off label on them for absolutely no reason. It's insane. First of all, the sheer ignorance of this hate base is staggering. They see fight scenes, flashy costumes, or even a dragon or two, and immediately cry rip-off. As if Bruce Lee, Gordon Liu, or any of the countless Shaw Brothers legends were secretly trying to mimic Bugs Bunny or Looney Tunes. That's not how art works. That's not how history works. That's just lazy, uninformed criticism. To anyone spreading this nonsense, do some research. Seriously. Learn the history of Hong Kong's cinema. Watch the films. Understand the cultural context, the innovations, and the legacy these filmmakers left behind. Martial arts choreography, storytelling, camera techniques, they didn't steal, they created. The excuses these people come up with? The plots are too similar, the outfits look like something else, or they copied the style of old Hollywood. Are you serious? You're comparing Hong Kong cinematic traditions to Hollywood cartoons and then calling it theft. That's not critique. That's trolling in its laziest form. Putting rip-off on these films makes them seem worse than they actually are. It diminishes decades of artistry into one single, meaningless insult. The Shaw Brothers did not rip off Warner Brothers, they created worlds, mythology, and fight choreography that still influence cinema today. And yet the hate base acts like every single wuxia film is automatically a rip-off. Stop acting like experts on something you clearly don't understand. Stop calling masters of cinema rip-offs. Stop twisting history. These filmmakers earned every bit of their fame, and the only thing being stolen here is your credibility if you actually buy into this nonsense. The Shaw Brothers hate base is one of the most pointless, baseless, and infuriating hate communities out there. Do your homework before spreading lies. Learn about the craft. Learn about the legacy. Stop embarrassing yourselves. Up next, the BND hate base. Let's see what karma these haters will get. Oh my god, the BND hate base, where do I even start? These people act like they are experts on everything, slapping hated labels on the channel without understanding a single thing about it. They cry about BND like it's some world-ending phenomenon, but do they ever stop to think why it exists? No. They just repeat the same tired phrases over and over. This is trash, this is awful, BND is terrible. That's it. No reasoning. No analysis. No effort, just mindless repetition. And the obsession is insane. They go after every minor detail as if it's a scandal. The channel's graphics are slightly off. Oh my god, this is the worst logo ever. A promo animation is a little weird. Absolute garbage. Even a sound effect or jingle. This channel is unwatchable. They ignore context, ignore intention, and ignore the actual work of the creators entirely. And here's the kicker, the reason so many of these people hate BND is because the logo looks scary. That's it. That's the entire justification for their obsession. The logo triggers them, and instead of actually looking at the current logo to form an opinion, they dig through old videos or irrelevant material. This proves they need a lot of research before pretending to be critics. Stop pretending you're experts. Stop pretending that nitpicking small things makes you a critic. Look at the channel, look at the current logo, understand what it represents, and form an informed opinion. Otherwise, all you're doing is making yourself look ridiculous while pretending to be insightful. The D-hate base doesn't just complain, they weaponize it. Compilations, memes, reaction videos, mockeries, everything becomes a tool to harass the channel. Every clip, every jingle, every minor inconsistency is twisted into proof that it's bad. And they call this criticism? No. This is harassment disguised as commentary. They go after the branding and the programming like it's personal. They nitpick designs, voiceovers, logos, and every promo animation as if that makes them smarter. And for what? To feel superior? To get likes? This is completely disproportionate and toxic, and the more they act like they're insightful, the more obvious it is that they don't understand the channel at all. The BND Hatebase is the perfect example of lazy negativity. They recycle the same clips, the same jokes, the same insults, and expect people to be impressed. But all it does is show how repetitive, boring, and uninformed the Hatebase itself is. Criticism requires effort, observation, understanding. The Hatebase shows none of that. If you are part of this Hatebase, step back, breathe, and actually look at the channel instead of obsessing over irrelevant content. Stop pretending that repetition equals insight. Stop pretending that nitpicking minor details makes you a critic. Otherwise, the only thing you're proving is how little you know and how obsessive you've become over a TV channel. The BND Hatebase doesn't just fail to provide meaningful critique, it turns obsession into harassment, laziness into analysis, and a scary logo into an excuse for toxic behavior. This is not critique. This is chaotic, uninformed, pointless negativity.